How's it going, everyone? My name is Nathan Rice, and I'm going to be showing you an introductory video on how to play the game CWEB Introduction. And so right now I'm sharing my desktop, so that's what you're seeing, and then I'll kind of walk you through on how to play the game and how to get to the game. So for starters here, I want to show you just how to find the game on your computers. In the last video, we downloaded it, and so there's kind of two ways to get to it. The first and probably the easiest way is just to remember where I actually saved it to. So if I go down to my Files folder, it opens up this files, and if you guys remember, I put it on my desktop. So if I go to my desktop, there it is, CWEB Introductory Game. If you put it on your documents, that would be in that folder. So once you find the folder, you just double click it, it opens it up, and then we're looking for this CWEB minigame application. So I'm going to show you the second way of finding it. And so that is you actually using your search bar. If you don't remember where you saved it to, you can just go and type here to search. And so if I type in CWEB, it'll bring up that CWEB Introductory Game folder. So if I double click that, once again, it opens up just where we were at. So with that being said, I'm going to open up the game, and it's CWEB minigame application. That's what you're looking for. If I double click that file, it'll launch the game. So you don't need to do anything with the screen resolutions or game graphics. All you have to do is click play, and this starts the game. All right, so here we are. If you click quit game, then it would take you back to your home screen, but we actually want to start the game. And so here's the game. So there's going to be barrels dropping, and on these barrels are going to be clues about these three systems on the bottom: crops, ethanol, and beef. So these are the three systems that we were wanting to learn about. And then each one of these barrels, the first word on each barrel is the category type. So these barrels all deal with equipment. And then the bottom word is what type of equipment it is. So a feed truck, and then we have to determine what system, crops, ethanol, or beef, a feed truck is associated with. So in this case, that is beef. So this is another type of equipment. It's a pivot. What system is it with? It's crops. And so our goal in this game is to figure out how many of these barrels we can get correct, and by figuring out which location they're in. So if you don't get a barrel before it hits the bottom, it explodes, or if you select the wrong system, it'll explode. And so if you get 3 wrong answers, you have failed, and you have to restart. So in every round, there's 20 questions or 20 barrels that fall. And so equipment, squeeze, shoot is beef. And my goal, and for every barrel I get correct, I get 100 points. And then if I make it through this entire round, which I'll do that this time to show you what happens, we'll go on to the next round. And so there's 3 different rounds of actual new questions. The first round deals with equipment related to the corn, water, ethanol, beef system. The second round deals with inputs into the corn, water, ethanol, beef system. And then the final round is the outputs, or what products are produced in the corn, water, ethanol, beef system. And then if you guys make it through all 3 of those rounds, then the questions are all pooled together, and they'll be dropping as one in each of the different categories, which makes it pretty challenging. So right now you can see they're coming down pretty slowly. As the game goes on, they'll begin to get faster and faster with each new round that you do. So right here, this red bar is your health bar. Whenever you miss a question, it reduces how much health you have left. So I didn't get this one correct. I just lost some of my health. As you can see, that took about 1/3. You can lose 3 of those before the game is over. So right now I'm at 15 correct, 1 incorrect, so we're at 16 questions. We're almost to the end of the round. Sprayers, crops. And then finally, another last one, spray. Okay, so once I've completed one stage, it says you've won that stage. Your score for that round was 19, which means I got 19 out of 20 correct. And then I can either go back to the main menu, restart that stage, and try to learn more, or go on to the next stage. And so I'm going to go on to the next stage. And so one thing you'll notice is that the category has changed. So now we're dealing with inputs. The input is starch, which deals with ethanol. So I'm going to let the game kind of lose here, so that I can show you how to exit out. So if you actually lose the game and you want to leave, there isn't really a great way of doing it. We haven't designed that quite yet. So it says you failed. You can go back to main menu, quit game, and you're out of the game. All right, so that is kind of a brief overview on the CWEB Introductory Game. Hopefully you guys will learn some concepts that deal with these 3 systems, and then we can use that later on as we're kind of looking into this system. Thank you very much.